Hi, I'm Kate from Daily Tarot Girl, and welcome to the very first video in my court card series. So I'm going to be doing a deep dive into each and every court card over the next few weeks or months, and I'm going to start with the Queens. So in this video, we're going to dive into the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm going to be telling you so much about the Queen of Pentacles, more than you even want to know. So I want you to sit back, relax. Don't worry so much about remembering all the specific things I say about the Queen of Pentacles. I want you to just relax, take it all in, and I really want to give you kind of a general feel for the Queen of Pentacles personality. So don't worry about all the specifics and all the details. I just want you to get a feel for her vibe and her energy. So I'm going to be diving into her personality traits, her dark side, her talents. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go into the symbols on the card. And then we're going to be diving into what she's like at a party, what she's like when she's in love, what she's like at work, with money, etc., etc. And that is just to give you a really well-rounded feel for the energy and the vibe of this card. And I want you to think, as we're going through this card and talking about all the different things about the Queen of Pentacles from all different angles, I want you to think, does this card remind you of yourself? Because there is a little bit of each court card in all of us. So I am very much like the Queen of Pentacles. I'm also very much like Queen of Swords. I'm a little bit like Queen of Wands, a little bit like Queen of Cups. But each and every court card that exists, I have a little bit of those qualities and traits within myself, and you do too. So I want you to pay attention and notice what parts you really relate to, and also noticing if this card reminds you of anyone that you know. All right, so let's dive in. Oh, and if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be uploading these about once a week. I might skip a week here and there, but I'm going to aim for once a week. So let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is the queen of the suit of Pentacles. And when we're talking about court cards, it's really important to have a good understanding of the four suits and what they represent. So the suit of Pentacles corresponds with the element of earth. So the suit of Pentacles is all about the earthy, physical dimension of our day-to-day lives. So things like material things, our home, our body, money, finances, health, sex, food, all of these fall under the domain of the suit of Pentacles. So a few keywords, a few personality traits that this queen has is that she is grounded. And I should also mention the image that you see on your screen is from the Universal Waite Tarot. So the Queen of Pentacles is grounded, she's practical, she's down to earth, she's very organized, she's patient, stable, and consistent. She's also very good at nurturing, and she's very sensual. She's connected to her own body. She knows how to be in her own body, how to inhabit her body. And she's also what I would call a homebody. So she's not so much like an exciting person who gravitates to thrills and excitement. She's a homebody. She loves to just hang out at home and have a low-key kind of, day-to-day life. What you see is what you get with the Queen of Pentacles. She always does things in moderation, so you never see her doing anything in any extreme. And she's very connected to the plant and animal kingdoms. So if you go to her house, you'll notice there's lots of plants around. She loves going out digging in the garden, doing gardening, and she loves animals. Okay, so let's talk about the symbols on this card. The first and most important symbol is the pentacle. So the pentacle represents money and the material realm. It also represents the body. So if you look at the star on the pentacle, the top point is like the head, the two upper points are like the arms, and the two lower points are like two legs. There's also the throne, And the throne is a symbol of the queen's maturity and her powerful status. The throne shows that she takes ownership of her domain. There's also a lot of plants on this card, and the plants symbolize the earth. They also symbolize nurturing and the plant kingdom. There's a little bunny on this card symbolizing the animal kingdom, and she's wearing a red dress, and that color red represents the root chakra, which is all about physical survival. And I think red also symbolizes blood, and blood is that kind of life force energy that we all need to survive. Some talents that the Queen of Pentacles has: she knows how to nourish herself and others in a physical way. So she's a really good cook. She knows how to create beautiful, nutritious meals that really, feed your body well. She knows how to connect to her body and how to really fully experience the sensual side of life. So this queen really enjoys good food, good wine, relaxation, being in a physical body. She loves to move her body, to exercise, to stretch, to run, to dance. She just really enjoys having a physical body. She knows how to build a strong foundation in whatever she does. So if she's creating a business, she knows how to lay the groundwork. She's very organized, and she's good at keeping things running. So think like schedules. She's good at keeping everyone on schedule. She's good at taking care of her health and making sure her physical body is functioning and running well. She's good at keeping her finances, running and ticking along smoothly. She's also gifted in the area of physical healing. So you can think of the Queen of Pentacles as kind of an archetype of like the healer. And okay, so those are her talents. So let's get into what she is like at a party. So I want you to imagine yourself showing up at a party and the Queen of Pentacles is there. She's not going to be the most exciting person in the room, but she's going to be the most reliable. So this queen is the kind of woman who will show up at a party on time. She doesn't believe in getting there fashionably late or anything like that. She shows up on time, and she may even stay late to help the host clean up. That's the kind of person she is. She enjoys good food, good wine, so she's wonderful that way, but she never overindulges. She's never going to get really drunk or sloppy or anything like that at a party. You don't have to worry about the Queen of Pentacles like being a loose cannon or getting out of control. She always brings this kind of like calm, grounded presence to any social situation. She has a great sense of humor, and her sense of humor tends to revolve around, crude sex jokes or fart jokes or like anything to do with like bodily functions. So while the other queens aren't gonna laugh at your weird sex jokes or anything like that, the Queen of Pentacles will. That is her sense of humor. So I want you to stop and think, do you know anyone who's like this? And how much can you relate to this queen so far? I want you to tell me in the comments below. Is it like 50%, 20%, 100%? How much are you like the Queen of Cups or Queen of Pentacles? So when the Queen of Pentacles is in love or in a relationship, she is very practical and grounded. She looks for a partner who mirrors her stable qualities. And this is interesting because a lot of people you'll find will actually gravitate to people who are the opposite of them or very different. Whereas the Queen of Pentacles is very stable, she's very grounded, and she also is attracted to people who mirror those qualities. Commitment, talking about commitment and future plans are what really fire her up and get her going. Not grand romantic gestures. So you're never going to impress the Queen of Pentacles by roaring up in your Ferrari with a dozen red roses and reciting poetry. Like, she's just going to be kind of grossed out by that. She's not going to be into that. She is into realness, authenticity, someone who's willing to commit and talk about future plans. She knows that the initial thrills of a new relationship are going to be short-lived, so she doesn't get too caught up in that. She's in it for the slow burn. She's not interested in drama or playing hard to get. And she knows how to make her partner feel special by cooking, a special home-cooked meal or giving a sensual massage. She's very physically affectionate, so this is how she shows her affection. By giving lots of hugs, back rubs, cuddles, things like that. Let's talk about the workplace. So the Queen of Pentacles at work, she's very disciplined, she's very hardworking, she's reliable, she's organized. She's the kind of person you want to work with or want to work for you, or if she's your boss, this is the kind of person you want to work with. She's happiest when she's either doing something physical or creating something physical, or anything that involves planning or organization. Now, I personally can relate to this queen so much. I love planning and organization. Whenever I'm starting a new project, that is my favorite part, is planning it out, getting my ideas down, making a schedule. That's my favorite part of anything, is planning and organization. And a lot of people hate that. So this is one way I can really relate to this queen. All right, so a few professions that the Queen of Pentacles would be good at. We already mentioned, a healer, someone who works in like the health and wellness field, being a fitness instructor, personal trainer, physiotherapist, nutritionist, a financial advisor, a personal organizer, even like a chef, a cook, or a potter, or a teacher. When it comes to money and finances, this queen is gifted at managing money. But you won't catch her taking any risks with her money. So she avoids taking financial risks. You're not going to catch her playing the stock market or putting money into any high-risk investments. She also knows how to live within her means. She loves luxury and she appreciates, good food, good wine, luxurious surroundings. So from time to time, she'll splurge on something, but more than anything, she knows how to maintain a balance between her inflow and her outflow of money. She's not a splashy splendor, and splashy spender. And she does a lot of things in moderation. So again, she likes the occasional splurge, but she's not splashy with her cash. She's really good at making money, but she's even better at managing money and balancing the books. So one of the journaling questions that I have for you is, where in your life could you be more like this Queen of Pentacles? And I have to say, I want to be more like the Queen of Pentacles when it comes to money and finance, because she's so gifted at that. So in order to thrive, this queen needs structure and planning. Without structure and planning, she flounders. Her life needs to feel purposeful and connected to the here and now, otherwise she will feel lost. She has 3 main physical needs in life. So she needs 3 nutritious meals a day to function optimally. She needs daily exercise, preferably outside in nature somewhere. And she needs frequent hugs. So that physical connection is really important to her. She's not the kind of person that can go weeks without physical contact. She also thrives in beautiful and comfortable surroundings. So if you go to her house or if you go to her workplace, her office, you're probably going to notice a lot of plants. You're going to notice, beautiful pictures, maybe some throw pillows and cozy blankets and wonderful natural scents. She's really good at creating like a really warm and inviting environment. So a few things that she can't stand. She absolutely hates unpredictability and change. While she's really good at adapting to change, she doesn't like the initial experience of change because it feels really ungrounding. She can't stand flaky people, and She gets really frustrated by like erratic and impulsive behavior in others. Now, I'll tell you a story because again, this is how I really relate to this queen. When I was it was my first year of university, and I think it was in like the first week of classes, I met this girl and I was so happy to connect with someone and make a friend. And she was like, hey, do you want to go to a play tonight? So I said, sure. And we bought tickets to this play. We get to the play and we get halfway through the play. And then in the intermission, she was like, oh, this play is so awesome. Hey, let's go for a walk. Let's do something else. And I was like, but it's just the intermission. Like, I want to see the end of the play. And she was like, oh, who cares? We can see it another time. Let's go outside. And so me being young, I was like, okay, I guess so. So we go outside and we just start walking around the campus, and she's like, hey, like, I'm gonna phone my friend and maybe he can come meet us. And she was just like all over the place. She changed her thoughts, her opinions, her feelings, like from moment to moment. And it was so frustrating and infuriating spending time with someone like that. And so those are the kind of people that the Queen of Pentacles can't stand. The Queen of Pentacles also doesn't love environments that lack beauty and comfort. So for example, like a really sparse government building where everything is like steel and concrete and just has there's no comfort or beauty there. And you also won't catch the Queen of Pentacles like eating mediocre food in a mediocre restaurant that has like big screen TVs broadcasting sports channels. Like, that is not her scene. You're not going to find her in places like that. Let's talk about the dark side of this queen. So far we've really been highlighting all this Queen of Pentacles talents and gifts and her bright side. Now, her dark side isn't really that bad. She can be a little bit too practical, which kind of makes her a little bit boring. And if she's too practical, she can sometimes lose the ability to dream and imagine. And she can get too focused on the material side of life. Now, I wouldn't say that, I guess an unbalanced Queen of Pentacles might be a little bit overly materialistic. She's not a shallow character. She's always going to be down to earth and practical, but she can become too fixated on taking care of material things that she neglects the more spiritual and emotional side of things. She's really just not the most exciting character. That is really her dark side. She's a little bit boring. She's not super exciting. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few specific activities and practices that can help you really embody the Queen of Pentacles card. So making a to-do list. When you wake up first thing in the morning, making a to-do list. This is totally a Queen of Pentacles activity. This is one of my favorite things to do too. Exercising, dancing, being in your body, cooking a healthy meal. Sometimes I like to make myself like a really big salad with all kinds of delicious things like salmon and olives and artichokes and onions and then special olive oil. And I really pay a lot of attention to how I present it, even though it's just me eating it. I like to put a lot of thought and creativity into crafting a healthy meal. Making any kind of schedule or plan, like a meal plan, a financial plan, a fitness plan, these are all in the realm of the Queen of Pentacles. Giving someone or yourself a massage, doing some gardening, getting out there, putting your hands in the dirt, spending the day cleaning and organizing your home. This is another Queen of Pentacles activity. Sometimes I like to load up my iPod with a bunch of really good true crime podcasts, and I like to put in my earbuds and then spend, a few hours just vacuuming and cleaning and sorting and things like that. Total Queen of Pentacles stuff. So I have a few journaling questions for you that will really help you connect with this card on a more personal level. The first one is, how are you like this queen? And I would love to hear it. If you want to share in the comments below this video, I'd love to hear how you can really relate to this queen. Do you know anyone who is like this queen? And how do you get along with them? Is it someone that you really mesh well with, or is it someone that you have a lot of conflict with, someone that really annoys you? Which of the Queen of Pentacles traits could you benefit from in your life? Where in your life do you want to be more like this queen? And which of her traits, or maybe which of her dark side, can you relate to? So which of her, sorry, I said that in a weird way. What traits do you think you could, would you like less of in your life? Is there any Queen of Pentacles traits that you feel maybe slow you down or get in the way? All right, so that is it. That is my deep dive into the Queen of Pentacles. Join me next week. I'm going to dive into the Queen of Swords. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. Was it helpful? Did I talk too much? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And again, hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.